So, we do have an extra special treat. A very, very good friend of ours here at Nidd Hall. Now, this gentleman has been travelling all around the world, here, there, everywhere. In fact, has been out in the Mediterranean, had a very successful season out in the Mediterranean this summer as a waiter. And tonight, on this Boxing Night, we are very, very lucky to have him with us because he's just returned from a wonderful engagement in Rotterdam. Tony. Rotherham. In Rotherham. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please put your hands together and welcome the fantastic, the one and only, Mr. Barry G.
What do you want to make those eyes agree for? If they don't mean what they say, they make me glad, they make me sad. Your turn. You're fooling around with me now. You lead me on and then you run away. Oh, that's alright. I'll get you a lonesome night. And maybe you'll find you're messing with dynamite. What do you want to make those eyes agree for? If they don't mean what they say. Oh, anybody from Yorkshire? What's that want to make them eyes agree for? If that don't mean what that says. That makes me glad. That makes me sad. That makes me want a lot of things that Di's never had. They're fooling around with me now. They lead me on and then they text to you. That's alright. I'll get you alone someday. And baby, they'll find they're messing with dynamite. What's that want to make them eyes agree for? If that don't mean what that says, if that don't mean what that says, if that don't mean what that says. Ah, lovely, you alright? Yeah. Nidd Hall, one of the best, isn't it? Yeah. And, oh, are you on holiday or is it community service? Is that the chapel? Is that the chapel there? In the chapel. Right then, here we are at Nidd Hall. Are you alright, love? Are you going to laugh tonight, love, or are you just not going to be bothered tonight? Anyway, it's the first time I've worked on a pallet. Nice atmosphere, I've got to admit it. I've walked around a few times just to get to know who's in and who's not in. And very nice atmosphere. I've had an argument to come here tonight, by the way. I've had an argument with the wife. Where are you going tonight then? Gallivanting. Gallivanting, she calls it. Gallivanting. It's work, isn't it? What do you mean it's not? Of course it is. I thought, I'll make amends before I come out of the house. I'll put some coal on the fire. How did I know the cat was sat on the shovel? Always arguing. I'm at that age. Do you argue? No, it doesn't sound like it to me. It doesn't sound like it. You're even arguing about the fact I've just asked you a question. Should we answer him or shouldn't we answer him? I'm always arguing. Same, you see. What it is. You know, when you get to our age, have you ever got halfway upstairs and think, what am I going up here for? It's weird, isn't it? I live in a bungalow. It's even weirder for me. Oh, I'm not keen on these curtains, are you? No. Is it brushed velvet? Oh, I don't like that. I don't like the look of that setup with that black cloth behind there as well. In fact, the last time I saw curtains like that, I never saw my granddad again. Oh, God's sake. Oh, you shiver down your spine when you think of that. Oh, I bloody hate funerals, you. I've just been to one, last week. A showbiz funeral. Showbiz. It was the Okie Kokie champion of South Yorkshire. And all the way through the funeral, I'm sniggering, giggling. And she says to the wife, she says, why are you laughing? Will you stop laughing? It's a funeral. Show me to respect. I said, well, it's showbiz. I said, everybody here likes to laugh, and him in particular who died likes to laugh. It was the Okie Kokie champion of South Yorkshire, and the reason why I was laughing is 3 hours getting him in the coffin. It's going to be a long night, this, I can see. Every time they put his left leg in... You worked that one out, did you? I'm going to see how quick you are in about 5 minutes. See how quick you are. 2 parrots on a perch, and one says, can you smell fish? On the perch. Ah, we quick hold, it took us 2 minutes to work that one out. Oh, my granddad. Ooh. Good lad, my granddad. He died a long time ago now, but I still remember him. Good lad he was. We used to call him Spider-Man. Not because he was agile, he just could not get out of the bath. He used to mourn me. We don't mourn, do we? Yours says, £1.50 for a cup of tea, 80 pence for a buttered scone. I says, Grandad, hang on a minute, I didn't invite you round to my house, you came on your own accord. You're that type of person, I suppose, you know what it's like. Bad luck here? Yeah, have you got bad luck here? Or good luck? Must be good luck. Wait, look, must be good luck. Wait, look where you are. Warners, Nidd Hall. Have you been to the Warners venues? Yes. Have you been to Little Court on the M4? Yes. Have you been to the Isle of Wight? Yes. Well, you've been around. Have you been to that one in North Wales? If you get lost, you can't ask for it because you can't remember how to say it. Waddle, waddle, whizzle, waddle, whizzle, waddle, waddle, waddle. Castle. I don't know, it's nice. They're nice ones, aren't they? They're nice ones. Mourn all the time, my granddad done. Bad luck. He had bad luck when he died. I mean, if you have bad luck and you die, and you still have bad luck, that's got to be double bad luck, hasn't it? Well, has it or hasn't it? Well, why didn't you answer me? I'm asking you a question. He had bad luck when he died. We cremated him. All right, you've made your point. He had bad luck all his life, and when he died, we cremated him, right? We cremated my granddad. And the crematorium was on a steep hill like that, right? And it was about this time of the year when we cremated, really slippy, like it's going to be tomorrow, apparently. And when we went back 2 weeks later for the ashes, for the, is it the urn? Is it? The urn for the ashes. We couldn't get the car, after collecting them, we couldn't get the car up the hill. So unfortunately for my granddad, we actually used his ashes under the tyres. Bad luck, innit? Bad luck, innit? I remember once he said to me, I'm not going to go on about my granddad, but I'll tell you this. I remember once he said to me, what are you looking smug about? I says, I've just going to involve you in something. He says, what's that? And I says, the Antique Roadshow is coming to Clifton Park in Rotherham. He says, what's that? I said, it's a park in Rotherham. He says, no, what's the Antique Roadshow? I said, it's a show on television. You bring old things and they look at, these experts look at things and they tell you how much they are and how old they are and everything about it. He says, can anyone take it? I said, anybody can take anything. And he came in to the Antique Roadshow with this barrow and with this big thing on it. And he walked in just like you walk in when you're coming from Tenerife and you walk through, I have nothing to declare. Because 9 out of 10 have. Because you think it's 200 fags in a bottle of whiskey, don't you? Tenerifians, it's not Spain. So you walk through, I have nothing to declare, looking at the exit sign like that. wife says, what are you walking like that for? Well, you shut up. He walks in and he gets this stick and he clangs it on the table. He takes the brown paper off. He says, right, have a look at that for me. The bloke says, blimey, he says, where did you get this from then? He said, I got it from the attic this morning. Apparently nobody's seen it for 90 years, apparently. What is it? And how much is it worth? So the guy looks at it, he says, well, I don't know how much it's worth, I can tell you what it is. He says, what is it then? He says, it's your water tank. I don't know. Grandkid came to me the other week. Oh, I couldn't bear it, I'll tell you. Do us a favour, Grandad. Here's my wallet. What do you want? He says, make a noise like a frog. I said, what do you want me to do that for then? He said, well, my mum says when you croak, we're all going to Disneyland. Having to explain things. I've been there. Are they singing yet in chapel? A drunk runs into a pub with a giraffe, a drunk. And they both get that drunk, they both fall down on the floor, and the drunk manages to get up and go into the door like that. And the landlord says, oi, don't leave that lion here. He says, it's not a lion, it's a giraffe. They don't know they're born today, kids, do they? Now, lucky. Are they lucky? Are they lucky? Or are they unlucky for being born now? I don't think so. I don't think so. There's an old saying, and don't take this the wrong way, I'm glad I'm going and not coming. It's a fact, isn't it? Think about it. I mean, what's going to happen in future? Look at the world now. Look at the world. We've had this climate country thing in, is it Copenhagen somewhere, have we? They've all been getting it, haven't they, with truncheons? I don't know. I lost my passport in May. I reported it. They gave me a council house. No. You can't take advice of anybody, can you now? Because you don't have to tell you the truth, yeah? Put all your money in Iceland. Do you remember that about 18 months ago? Yeah, we did, didn't we? Put your money in Iceland. Oh, bloody hell, thank you very much. Yeah? I've got a garage full of frozen chicken legs now. No money. Somebody said to me, do you know what the capital of Iceland is? I said, yes, £4.75. Well, they don't know. The kids today, ooh, I tell you what they want, a good bloody crack, don't they, yeah? You can't hit them, well, I'll kick them then. What they want, yeah. I go to town for some reason when some kids pass me, I just want to bloody crack them. You can't do it, you can't do it. PC, you can't hit you. Chastise it, they've even changed the name. A good crack, it's called chastising now. They want a good bloody crack chastise. Did we used to get hit? Yeah. Every day I used to get hit. Every day, and it never did me, it never did me any harm. And when my dad was, he's not here, my dad now, by the way, he's not dead, he just didn't want to come to Nidd Hall. When he was hitting me, my dad, he used to forget who he was and ask me, as he was hitting me, ask me if I knew who he was. Do you know who I am? I'll tell you what, I never found out where Kingdom Come were. They don't know they're born, do they, eh? Bloody kids today, I don't know. Education. Question for you. Do you think kids are cleverer than us, or do you think we was cleverer when we were kids? What do you think? We were clever. I agree, love. We was clever, but they should be clever. I mean, they've got computers and everything, haven't they? Calculators. What did we have? Abacus? Fingers, toes? Noggin. We used to have to use this, didn't we? Noggin. Not now, but the computer. Tap, 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 tap. You make me really sick. 7/8. Remember it? 7/8. I know what 7/8 is. I bet you were a prefect, weren't you? Sticking your nose in everybody's business. 7/8, 56. We used to sing it, remember? Do you remember the time we used to have to sing it, didn't we? 7/8, ring, thank you, two. Ring, thank you, ring, thank you, I always remember the tune. I could never remember the words. Algebra. You remember algebra? You remember it, algebra? April. With his blame as a claim. Should we offend some black and yellow tape up here? Sorry, I'm only joking. I'm only joking. See what I mean? You can't say, oh, no, can you? It's black's off, we're not doing it. Anyway. Algebra. A plus B equals C. How does it work? I could never do it. I mean, I couldn't add numbers up, so I had no chance with letters. I don't know anybody who's ever, has anybody here ever used algebra to work your wages out? Nobody! I tried it once. I had Friday off. I got FA that week. No, they're good, ready, cracked. 62, we have just found out I'm dyslexic and I'm happy. The reason why I'm happy, for 50 odd years I thought I was thick. Dyslexic, eh? I went to a dyslexic meeting. Oh, that was strange. I walked in and everyone was sat round. In fact... This fella says, oi, what's your name? He says, Barry Cheese. He says, that's a daft name, Barry. I thought he was a bit of a lad, he was right big, you know. You could tell he'd never seen a salad. He says, what do you do for a living? I says, I'm a comedian. He says, more than change colour. I said, no. A friend of mine was an alcoholic and he stayed at an hotel, a very nice one like this. And on the bedside cabinet was a business card. And it said, if you're an alcoholic, ring this telephone number on this card. And they did. It was an off licence just round the corner. I went into this shop the other day. You know, it's a normal shop like, and sometimes some of these shopkeepers, they think that it's clever, don't they? Especially if it's a post office. Is anybody who works in a post office? Where are you? Well, if there is and you dare put your hand up, I'm going to tell you, it's not your money. I think it is your money on the account. Well, you can buy things from post offices now, besides letters and stamps and things. And I said to him, £3 of sausages. Right clever, could tell his attitude. He says, it's... I said, well, £3 of kilos. The attitude of people, isn't it? I had a friend who was a policeman who was a great lad. He didn't last very long, mind, in police force, because when he was a toll, he wasn't a full shilling. And when he became a bobby, he wasn't a full copper. He didn't last very long. He found a body in Fitzallen Square, and he couldn't spell it, so he dragged it to Pond Street. Give you a piece of advice. You see, if ever you get stopped by a policeman, always look as if you're telling the truth. It's about your body language, you know, your body language and that. It's psychology. I says, what do you mean? He says, look as if you're telling the truth. As long as it's not a big lie, you'll get away with it. And I tried it, it does work. I'm coming from a party about 3 o'clock in the morning. This policeman stopped me. He says, where are you going at 3 o'clock in the morning? I thought, right, look convincing. I said, I'm going to a lecture. He said, a lecture at 3 o'clock in the morning? I said, oh yes, sometimes my wife stays up till 4. Write it down, you'll never remember. 2 pallets on a perch, I know everything. 2 lions walking down Blackpool Promenade on a bank holiday Monday. And one lion said to his mate, he says, there's not many people around for a bank holiday Monday, is there? Forget it. You got that, didn't you, fella? And you didn't get that easy one, did you? You had to ask him, didn't you? 2 snowmen talking, one went, can you smell carrots? 2 cannibals finishing off a clown. And they went, ugh, did that taste funny to you? I know one's a own. Not me, actually, I get them off at Reader's Digest. That's where you get it from. Does anybody have that Reader's Digest? Eh? How do you cancel it? You can't, you're right there. I stole 1 copy from a dentist, I've got 1,200, I can't get rid of it. I remember the little jokes and snippets on every page, they're brilliant, aren't they? There's one that says, where does the next generation of seedless grapes come from? I thought, that's clever, isn't it? Not really a joke, obviously, the reaction you made. But... when the doorbell rings, why does the dog think it's for him? I like this one, if I can remember it. An orangutan, it's a big monkey, an orangutan, to conserve energy, carries his nuts in its mouth. For some strange reason, I thought, I'll never forget that. Because if ever I get attacked by an orangutan... Let me finish. I'll kick it straight in the gob. They don't know the bond. Look at them, 3 little faces there. I'll tell you, I'll do an experiment here. I'll do a joke, and it's only those, those older ones. You know, I don't mean individual old ones, because they're bloody history, mate, have you seen them? They're singing in chapel. I'll do a joke, and there's a thing at the end of this little joke that only us will understand, and the 3 here, when I get to the end, I'll point to them, and you watch the faces. The face will be like that. That's how much to know today, right? Are you ready? 2 men fighting, fellas fighting, and one hits this guy and he falls down and says, he's not dead, he's unconscious. And when he wakes up, and he will, tell him that was a 1945 karate chop. So when he woke up, they told him he wasn't happy. So the next day, he came in looking for the so-called karate expert. And he sees him at the bar, so he goes up behind him and he goes, whack! He says, right, he's not dead, he's unconscious, and he will wake up. And when he wakes up, tell him that was a 1945 Morris starting handle. You know nothing. Them in the bloody place, haven't you? So when the songs they play, you know when you're dancing, all right, the ballroom dancing and all that, that's all, I like all that. But when they play the songs like, you know, this is a song. There's a tiny house. By a tiny stream. Where a lovely lass had a lovely dream. And the dream came true quite unexpected. Listen. Hey! That's a bloody song, that! That bloody rubbish you keep playing for us wanting us to dance. There you are. There are walls to... Oh no, you can't, they're shut. I'll tell you what, they didn't consider us wolves, did they? When they're shut. I had a bloody Christmas voucher off them buggers. No good now, is it? It's gone, isn't it? Nobody thinks about us, do they, Even neighbours don't, you know. Neighbours, we don't tell them much. We have neighbours, yeah, but we're not like they used to be neighbours, are they? We're not like they used to be, are they? Bloody grandad. I tell you, you could knock on the door and borrow things, couldn't you? You try it. When you go home, if they let you out. Have you been out yet? Have you been out this table? Have you been out? Have you got the number for the gate? Will you get me? I have no chance. Have you been to Nesborough? Have you been to Harrogate? How did you get to Harrogate without going to Nesborough? Have you got an helicopter? Did you like helicopter, Nesborough? Helicopter, Harrogate? Did you like it, Harrogate? I'm just trying to make conversation while I think of something else to say. It's nice round here, isn't it, love? Isn't it nice? Have you been anywhere, love? It's lovely, but you haven't been anywhere. That's very nice. It's too cold, is it? Have you got, can you sort them out of some duffer coats tomorrow? and snow skis. Where are you from? Where's this table from? Oh, that's why you're laughing. That's why it's a good table. God's country, innit? Bird's Nest Club. You know Bird's Nest Club? No, you don't know it. You haven't really lived here, have you? Really? Some good clubs up there. I've done all clubs, working men's clubs up that area, you know. Oh, hey. I know there's a lot closing, love. Yeah. That's it. Cheer the night up. I don't think this has got long to go either. Right, you do for me, kid. God's country. Where are you from? Well, I like Nottingham. Whereabouts in Nottingham? Arnold. What do you mean, no? Why is it a dump? He lives in Arnold. Tell him about it. Whereabouts in Nottingham? I know Nottingham like back of my hand, you know. You know when I drive through at night, I don't need lights. Rob Wilton, 1936, that way. West Bridgeford, I know it. That's where I used to do. There used to be a restaurant at West Bridgeford upstairs. Yeah, no, before that. It's the guy who owned the, you know, the yacht club. He used to run that, and he used to have this thing upstairs. You what? No, before that. No, think you used to go upstairs. And there used to be a nightclub with no chicken and a basket job. Can you keep your bloody note? I'm talking to these. Sick. At least they're interesting. Anyway, that's it. That's what it was called. That's it. You got it, kid. You what? Kentucky Fried Chicken. You know, no wonder you think this is Boxing Day. You all come in the same ambulance? You just told me before I couldn't believe it, Boxing Day. And what is it tomorrow? New Year's Day! Hey, boy, New Year's Eve. There's your money, spend it like you want. Hey, you what? What's she laughing about? She's laughing on her own again. If you laugh on your own, they'll throw you a fish. Oh no, that's clapping, is it? If you clap on your own, they'll throw you a fish. Yeah, you're right, anyway. I like where you live and I like where you come from, so I know all that area, West Bridgeford. It's just near, is it Nottingham Forest, is it? Just over at Rock River there, isn't it? Hang on a minute, boy, yeah! You can't talk about football coming from North East, can you? Let's keep that subject quiet for time, you know. I don't have to need to talk. I come from Rotherham United 0. Are you a Nottingham guy? You're from Newcastle? And he's from... Is he a pickpocket? What's he doing out there, you? West... It's over a river. It's over a river, isn't it? It's nowhere near if you're walking. Because you have to walk all the way around that dual carriageway, don't you, down the way. Listen, I'm not coming here to bloody argue, I'll tell you now. In fact, I had a good look. I wish I could do voice. Good money, Norman. I tell you, some good old comics, isn't it? Have you got any comic? Oh, Bobby Thompson. He's a good North East comic. He's died now, hasn't he? That's it. Little Waster, yes, same guy, but a different name, just in case he had a bad night. And sadly, I don't think you've got anybody, have you? Only, have you got? What have you got from Nottingham? Anybody? I'm trying to think of a comic from Nottingham. I don't think you've got one, have you? Oh! Sue Pollard! Sue Pollard! Sue Pollard! Yeah, what a load of rubbish she was. I know it's West Bridgeford. What are we on about? I think I am a bloody A-man. My dad used to be an A-man. He used to walk around parking summer and courting couples going, hey, 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 hey. I went to doctors the other week. I'm not keen on them, are you? Oh, the swine flu was getting me down, you know. I've never had it. I don't know anybody, but I had about enough time when it was bird. You remember bird flu? Oh, bird flu. I had a Kentucky Fried Chicken. The fella said to me, what drink would you like? I says, well, you better make that a lemsip. I'm not a television person either. Are you? Are you from Nottingham? What do you watch, love? You want N-Love? What do you watch? You like the bill? When it's on, it's never off. I like the sex channel on Sky. No. What? You want, love? It's not bad. I don't pay for it, I just have the free 10 minutes before 12 o'clock. And I must be honest, I don't really need all the 10 minutes now. I think it's cool what they do, it's cruel what they do. It's cruel what they do, did you hear me? It's cruel what they do. Halfway through the 10 minutes you can hear them, and they scramble the picture. And you can still hear them. That's not fair, is it? Go on, do it now. What? Do what? You can just see rough figures, but you don't know what they're doing, do you? They might be getting them a cup of coffee, but you don't know, do you? What? Do what? Hang on, I'm the actor. You put your fingers like that, and if you go like that right fast, you can still see what we're doing. I'm really into it. I like odd programs on telly. I like odd programs. I used to like Countdown. Did you? Did it, boom. Not since she left though. Carol Vorderman, I liked her. Last time I watched her, I got aroused. 7 letters, it's not bad, is it? And I like Richard. Did you like Richard? Yeah. His jackets and his ties. He was a mayor somewhere, weren't he? Anybody remember that place where was a mayor? Anybody remember? Wet Wine. That's where he was a mayor at Wet Wine, wasn't he, Richard Whiteley? Like, I met him a couple of times. Sad when he died, wasn't it? I thought I was responsible for his death, you know. Well, you only for a... Yeah, I've just said that. I think I'm making it up. It's carefully rehearsed, all this. You shut your gob, right? It only happened for a few seconds, but it scared me a bit. You know, because I thought I was responsible for Richard's death. I'll tell you how it happened. I just turned the television on one afternoon, and a news flash came on from Yorkshire Television. It says, if you've just turned your television on, Richard Whiteley's died. What are you watching? I'm not got telly on now, turn it on. I'm not into it, yeah. What we're on to Wednesday, that's Coronation Street night, isn't it? Shall I tell you how it ended tonight? Oh, it ends then. And the other one is... Oh no, that's Countdown. The tourist tenders. Oh no, that rubbish. Anyway, listen, these shoes are killing me. I bought these before decimalisation, 7 and 6. That's a 7. Hey, I bought, hey, you know, I'm a typical Yorkshire guy, me. Oh, any Yorkshire people in? Yeah. Nice one. Where you from in Yorkshire, love? Hang on, it's her turn. Am I cross-eyed? I'm looking at her, aren't I? Where you from in Yorkshire, love? Oh, nice one. Nice Bradford. I like Bradford. West Bowling. I've done that, West Bowling Club, good place. But anybody been in Bradford? Fantastic place, I'll tell you that. Big city, innit? Big city, and you're having all centre done, aren't you? Where are you? You're having all centre done up, aren't you? Yeah? You don't live there now? Well, you let me go bloody rambling on about Bradford if you don't live there now. I think it's a bloody dump, actually. I won't be seen dead there, mate, would you? Give it nudge there when I started to ramble on about Bradford. I don't know what's happening to people. Miles away. My mother's 83, my mother. 83, that's not a bad age, is it? 83, that's not a bad age, is it? I did a daughter nursing home, you know. I'll tell you what, that was a brilliant job. I'll never forget that night. William Hague was there. You know William Hague? Do you know Holt? Oh. William Hague was there. And he's patronising, shaking everyone's hand. And he comes from Wath-upon-Dearne, where I come from. What? Who said that? Them up in God's. No, it's another pound you could have sat up front with these. Stage. Hang on, we've got. You from where? You're from Grindthorpe. Now, before I start talking about Grindthorpe, you still live there, don't you? You don't live at Grindthorpe anymore? You're not a bad judge. It's not bad actually, Graham, to put a bypass on the so you don't have to go into Graham. Where did you live at Graham? One of the terraced houses? on the seaside estate, just outside Whitby. Nice old Danceworth people, they're all mine. My dad used to be a miner, that's why I know all the areas, you see. He saw the vicar, my dad, and he said, the vicar said, I didn't see you in church on Sunday. And my dad says, well, I didn't see you down the pit on Friday. Does anybody know just where Granthorpe is? Granthorpe, you've heard of Brass Band, haven't you? Yeah. Granny Brass Band. That's a great little place. It's only a couple of streets on Main Road, isn't it? And then you got the Netto, that. It's just lit up, haven't they, after it being a fire. They've got a pound shop there. They've amalgamated with Marks and Spencer's, you know that. House catcher. We call the company Stretch Marks now. Were you brought up in back streets and that way? Yeah. Is it just you or they daren't admit it? Are you sisters? Yes, we are. Fantastic. What was them other two? Are they illegal immigrants? He is, that one there. He's a Cudworth man, is he? Ain't no dancing you. I'm still on, I'm not finished. I'll find out where your room is and walk out when you're performing. Don't write that down. Everything I said to write down and reporting it. Look at that big lad at bar. You alright, you old, that big lad at bar, back? Are you alright, kid? I can see you, big lad. Good lad, no magic. Were you talking about Grimethorpe? Isn't it? Every time I refer to the audience, the bloody lights go up. Have you noticed? Can you put them off? I've seen enough. Listen to this. This is for you, this one. Especially for you, this one. If I can remember it. I'll try to get to end with it if I don't forget it. One time to 7 minutes, right? Rows of back-to-back houses covered in northern grime. Children playing in the street, washing on the line. I used to stuff my scarf inside my jumper to keep me from the cold. I had a brown leather helmet with a neb on when I was 9 years old. You like that type of thing? Listen, listen. I used to go to school Monday to Friday, where I learnt to read and write. My granddad used to sit on the doorstep in the fading light. An old tin bath hanging on a 6-inch nail. We had lino on the floor. The netty, that's your language, netty at the bottom of the garden. You used to sit with your foot against the door. Winter time was the worst, but my mother kept us fed. We all used to sit round fire, we had overcoats on the bed. Kids, I was one of many. We all used to sleep top to toe. In a great big bed up in attic. It seems so long ago. What about that? That was actually a song written by a guy called, I'll think of his name in a minute. I've forgotten his name for a minute, but I'll think of it. He lives in Blackpool. Nicky Newsom. Does anybody know him from Bradford? Who said they were from? Yeah. A guy from Bradford called Nicky Newsom is a comedian. You don't know him, never heard of him. No, he don't live there now. He's moved. It always goes round, doesn't it? It always goes round, doesn't it? Always goes round and comes back. What is this life if full of care? Do you mind? I'm doing the poetic stop there. We have no time to stand and stare. Standing. I changed the verse, but he's standing around like sheep and cows, standing below them, bowing bows. That's what I changed it. I like to see the lights of home. I also like to see the lights of Rome. But the lights I like to see the most are the tail lights on the car, taking my grandchildren home. I don't know what it is. Went to doctors. You used to go to doctors at Grimey at one time, didn't you, without making an appointment? You don't now. You've got it bloody sewn up now, haven't you? Make an appointment, see your doctor. What is it coming to? Dear Doctor, I'm going to be poorly a week on Thursday. With the televisions and signs and bloody doctors waiting, and when you go. Used to be freezing cold, didn't it? Remember? Freezing cold with a little window, weren't it? Knocking on it. Name! Since that shipment in Manchester, you know, with this doctor, I can't remember his name. I don't like him. I don't like him. I don't like doctors, if it comes to that. I went to my doctor, he says, I've not seen you for a long time. I said, oh, I've been poorly. Try to be sarcastic and funny at the same time. He says, take all your clothes off and put them on top of mine over there. Must be an old joke. What seems to be the problem? You look all right to me. I said, well, if I'd known, I wouldn't have come to see you, would I? It's a weird thing I've got happening. He says, well, I said, every time I touch myself, it hurts. He says, show me. I went, ooh, ow, ow, ooh, ooh. He says, you broke your finger. Other than that, he said, I can't find anything wrong. It must be the beer. I says, well, I'll come back when you're not drunk. I've got to check my watch because I've got another job in May. I don't want to be here after midnight. I turn into a chameleon. Where are you, man? Where are you, booger? Anybody in from Lincoln? No? Stand that place, are they? Is any Southerners in? Yeah. Oh, I can't stand them for a kick-off. Talk funny down there, don't they? Eh? Darling, Sam, what's your name? Cup of tea, cup of tea, cup of tea. What's your name, Sam? I said, Fred. I said, Fred's not a name, that's what your mother sews your buttons on with. Cup of tea, cup of tea. You want a cup of tea? You want a cup of tea? You want shagger? Cup of tea, shagger, cup of tea. Bought a sandwich the other day. We're getting ripped off, aren't we? I mean, these places are, no comments, but I think these are brilliant places, all the ones in hotels. So I usually, well, I've just stopped doing it, going all around the world for Thompson's, you know, you're not supposed to mention that one like that. But no, these are 10 times better, and spending your money in England, eh? Can't be wrong, can it? Is any Scottish people in? Pitlochry. Beautiful place. Any Welsh people in? Where, there, here. The Gower. Unbelievable. Why go anywhere else? Unbelievable. My wife comes from Wales. Well, she fell off the flag. She got a black belt in cooking, my wife. One chop and you're dead. I remember once I had to laugh. I mean, I weren't here, it's obvious. I said, will you make me a rhubarb pie? And oh, she made it. It was a foot long and an inch thick. Ding dong, merrily and high. Very great, man, isn't it? Christmas, eh? Boxing Day. Boxing Day. Can't wait to spend some more money, can you? That's what it's all about, isn't it? Nothing to do with Jesus, is it? It's how much money you can spend, isn't it? Them Toys R Us, have you bought out from there? When my lad, it was about that way. I bought him a radio control car, like you play with your dressing room, you're supposed to be entertaining these. A radio control car from Toys R Us, I think it was 80 odd quid. This is going back a bit. £8 for a toy, that's a lot of money, isn't it? Him, I'm asking him. I mean, I did point at him, what do you want? Sorry. Christmas morning, I didn't know, did I? He gets his toy, I could hear him crying. I thought, £8 and he's crying out. No batteries. Exactly. You think they'd give a couple of measly batteries, wouldn't you? Oh, no. That's why they're billionaires, these people, aren't they? Eh? I got him some mine. I spoiled the wife's present, but you want to see. You two out now. You two out. Mobile hair dryer, right? You don't want it in here. Nottingham. Well, he's instigated Nottingham, I think. Then we look at all right. Just think of that one, 2 parts on the perch, that's a keep. Shall I tell you a joke? It's about time. Hey, I'll tell you a blue joke. This is a blue joke for me. Ooh, wait. When I'm halfway through it, though, when I'm halfway through this blue joke, you later go. You think room's full of gerbils. Little boy goes into his mum. He says, "Mum, what is it when a boy lays on the top of a girl?" And she thinks, "Oh dear, I knew this had come. I'll have to tell him he is 9. She takes a big breath and she says, "It's called sexual intercourse." See the gerbils? Skip it. So he goes to play and he comes back 10 minutes later. He says, I've had a word with Linda, and she says it's bunk beds. And Linda's mum's going to come and see you at 4 o'clock. Throw for the price of one. I didn't think you'd like that. He's a blue joke, that. It's Chubby Brown, that. Chubby Brown. You should know Chubby Brown from Newcastle. From Redcar. Redcar. Rosemary topping. Redcar. Middlesbrough. Redcar. I've been all over the places, maybe in Spain, Tenerife, like I said. Been everybody, man. I bought a sandwich the other day. I was down in Telford, you know the snooker? I went to see that, and I bought a sandwich. This is how much things have gone up. You don't realise, do you, until you buy something, how much things have gone up, do you? Until you buy it, you don't realise how much they've gone up, do you? Well, dear, I don't. I'm asking you, dear, I don't. It is dear. You're right, dear. A sandwich. Listen to this. A sandwich. Are you listening? Him. Sandwich. £4.75 for a sandwich. You what? I only had half. You see, I'm the comedian. We'll swing for some of these in here. What made me chuckle? Not happy. It wasn't happy chuckle. It was more like a Paul from Malta chuckle. Brothers. No, honestly, I mean, it was cold. They called a sandwich with bacon, ham, like, you know. Oh no, this had a funny name because it was so expensive. They wanted to blind me with Cyrus. Banjo sandwich. Exactly, you did what I did. Banjo. That's what you did then. Your chin went down and went banjo. Just like that's exactly what I did. Banjo. They're making their own jokes up in this crowd. They paid double. That's all right then. I says, why is it called? You would, wouldn't you? You'd ask. Why is it called a banjo sandwich? Are you having it or not? Oh, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute, it sounds like William Hague, you know, when I tell you I met him, and who like that, snap your bloody head off. I said, I just want to know why it's called a banjo sandwich. It's full of everything. Sardines, ham, corned beef, lettuce, mayonnaise, boiled egg, watercress, everything. Big sandwich. He says it's called a banjo sandwich because it's called a sandwich, and I've named it because I can. Really slapped him, I'll tell you. So I bought it. I thought, I'm not coming here to argue, you know, like you have. I took one bite of this banjo sandwich, and it was that full of stuff. It all squirted out down my shirt, and I went like that. I got you on the line there, didn't I? I got you on the line. No. William Hague. Hello. You're not interested. Just saying hello for the sake of it. Hello. I had to laugh, you know. This little old lady, she was 90 odd at least. She was brilliant. She says to her, do you know who I am? And this old lass, she says, go and ask the matron, she'll tell you. I'm going to get going in a minute, you've been there a challenge. You've won. Are they singing yet? Can you smell cocoa? She went. Pretty great, isn't it? Having a laugh, isn't it? It's really in debt, I am. I wish I would have fought all. I bought a car the other week. Yeah? I took it back. He says, what's up with it? I says, it only was 80 uphill. He says, so what? I said, I live at 90. Didn't see the funny side of that. Don't leave that lying here. You get that one? You didn't get it? Is that what you had to ask him? It's not a lion, it's a giraffe. He says, oh, I've got that. Yeah, dear. Oh, dear. You always do that when you get older, don't you? Oh, dear. Oh. We missed bus. Oh. You do, don't you? Oh. You stand like that. Try it tomorrow in here. Have you found your rooms yet? You know when they design these places, they do a market research and find out that people are like 50 plus. So they think, oh, we'll have something to do all the rooms, so you never know where you are, don't you? A week later, you went, where are we? Which is our room now? I've been in bed for 4 days. You know why? That time you go to bar because you're thirsty, that's why they do it. You've got the money off you because I'll have to have a drink, I can't walk in the bar. Good at dining hall. Get a bit of sugar or salt and all the way back to your room like that. Wife went on a girls' night out and it was strange. She went on a girls'. I thought it was sarcasm at first when because we don't have lads' nights out, you see. So I thought to myself, we do not. I thought to myself, we'll have a girls' night out, right? You go and enjoy yourself, I thought. You just go and enjoy yourself. And when she went out of sight, I thought, yes, I'll enjoy my bloody self. She's gone now, she's gone. Come on, Barry, now 3 days you've got. 3 days, come on, Barry, do things that she stops you doing when she's here. Come on. You can do it, Barry, come on then. 3 days. 10 minutes, I couldn't think of one thing to do. Think, there must be loads of things she's doing. I put the immersion heater on. I didn't ask. Just switched it on. And I left it on all night. You don't scare me, I tell you. I've got a black belt in cooking. You ought to hear the hot water tank in the night. Have you ever left your tank on the night? It's like the tank. You know from Grimy, don't you? Old terrace houses. Well, it weren't yours. It were 4 houses down. But old Mary's left the water on. I couldn't wait to get up. I thought, oh, that water's going to be red hot, and it were. I ran a full bath, passed the line. It was that hot you could have melted lead. And you know something? Ooh, I didn't even have a bath. Because when I have a bath, I don't know about you, most lads are like this, it's second hand, isn't it? It's a bloody fluff and soap floating about, isn't it? Yeah? Not clean water. I've never seen the... I saw the plug. I've never seen the plug. Brand new water let waste. Yeah, come on there. Just going out to the bathroom. Meow. Go on, I wanted a dog. The first night, I was on my own the first night. Never been on my own for ages. And right there, I thought, she is right. This ceiling does want painting. Truth hurts. I'm on the second day. I've done nothing. I thought, come on, buddy, do something that she stops you doing. This is your chance while she's away. I went to the toilet, left the door wide open. You can't get away with that, can you? Eh? Shut that door, we don't want to see you. I sat on the toilet, I moved the television so I could watch the football. Fantastic. I found a radiator. Sounds strange. Found a radiator. We've all got radiators, but I've never seen it before. Well, I have. But up to finding it then, I thought you were a knickers and bra stand.